What's up guys, it's Casey Lucas with the Lucas Group. Today I'm going to talk to you about some buying secrets and some things you need to think about before buying your next home. Okay, so first, you're going to pre-stalk the neighborhood, and I don't mean in a creepy way. Take the time to drive through the neighborhood. So you found this house that you love, go there and visit it in the morning and then in the afternoon. And then get an idea, are there a lot of people out? Do people park on the streets? You'll get an idea of your HOA also by the way people are maintaining the streets and some of the things that you see people do. So while you may go visit it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, everybody's at work, it seems really quiet. Maybe you go back on a Saturday and you don't like what you see at all because your environment changed. So make sure you pre-stalk. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have a physical in your house. It's very important after you find the house that you love that you get an inspection done on it. You're not gonna go buy a car, right, that's used and just pull it off the lot without checking it first. You're definitely not gonna do this with your house. This is where you're gonna sleep every night. This is your home, one of your biggest investments. So make sure you get an inspector out there to check the bones, the mechanicals, the roof, before proceeding to that closing date. All right guys, and then this one I love. You're not dating your home, you're buying it. So remember, like when you first start going out to shop, you're gonna get really emotional and you're getting super excited about like going into these houses, and sometimes like we get really emotional and we just go off of our emotions. You can't do that. You have to put it on paper and go through these steps and make sure it is, once again, part of that budget. Does it make sense for your life? Don't tap yourself out. Don't be an emotional buyer because you may regret it later, and so will your bank account. All right, next, bigger is not always better. You have to think about your eyes probably gonna be drawn to like the most fabulous house in the neighborhood. But if you're approved for like a $350,000 house, so does that mean you should buy the $350,000 house? No, it probably doesn't. You need to really think about where are you comfortable. If you're going to buy at the top of your price range or the biggest house on this street, you have to be able to maintain it. So hardships do come. So you need to really think about when those times come, when the furnace goes out, or you need a new roof. Are you tapped out on your mortgage because you paid top dollar? So these are things to think about. Use your gut and then try and be conservative when we're doing this. And remember, you have to think about the resale. Is a house that you bought at the highest point gonna be harder to sell, or the house in the middle range more cost efficient for people to buy into? That'll be an easier resale for you. All right, and the last one is a question that we got in. I know we did a Q&A recently where you guys were asking us some questions. So we're gonna wrap up with this final advice on, do I need to get a survey when I buy a house? You don't wanna get in a border dispute. Is there a fence already there? Do you have plans on putting in a pool? Look to see what's already existing in that backyard. If you're buying lots of acreage, absolutely. If you're in a neighborhood and you're going to be pushing those limits, I would always recommend a survey. You don't want to get in an argument with your neighbors, and you'd like to keep them as your friends. All right guys, I'm Casey Lucas with the Lucas Group, and I hope today you enjoyed these few buying tips that we gave you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to shoot me a message and we'll get to them in the next show.